What do you think the test is this offseason to see if the 49ers can change? Because, I mean, like you said, that's your prediction, but if you're wrong, you'll say so. So, what are you looking for this offseason to see if the Niners might be on the right track?
You used the word test. They already failed it. And they've made it very clear that they want Deebo Samuel back. At that post-mortem press conference, Lynch said they're not going to get rid of Deebo Samuel because you don't get rid of good players. And it's clear they're not going to get rid of the fullback. So let's go slow on this. Let's do Deebo Samuel first. He is no longer useful to the 49ers. He's no longer useful. He's a C, D plus player. I don't even think I have to go into that anymore. They're violating Bill Walsh's number one rule. We don't pay for past performance. We only look to the future. So they're not going to be paying Deebo more, but they're paying him a lot. And he is no longer good for the team. You move on. You get someone younger there or at another position. You move on. And if you if you stagnate, it means you don't know what you're doing. And the team will not be as good as even as it was at 6-11 going forward. The fullback, I don't personally like him at all because of how he treated you. But I suppose as a fullback, he's okay. But here's what I have to say. Bill Walsh used the fullback. I don't think he would now. And here's why. National Football League has moved away from that kind of offense. I not only think Bill would have moved away with the league, he would have led the league away. He was always reinventing himself. He used to sit, and I used to see him staring off into space, and he was imagining plays, seeing them, and he was brilliant at that. I don't think he'd run.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking about how do I take the NFL back 20 years.
Right. Yeah,
it was better then.
Yeah, and how am I going to bring
throwback offense?
I want Tom Rathman back. He wouldn't have done that. So the fact that Kyle insists on keeping a fullback, and a lot of teams, most teams don't, tells me his thinking is rigid and stagnated, and he's not moving forward. So this is for me a litmus. Is he going to keep these two anachronisms of players, or is he going to move forward? And he already flunked the test. Terrible that either of those or both will be on the team next season. Iggy, terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. I mean, with Deebo, like we saw it from the Super Bowl all the way through the season. There is no role for him in the offense. He's not one of the best wide receivers. He's not one of the best running backs, but they pay him so much that they spend so many snaps trying to get him involved, and it's to the detriment of the entire team. And then with Juszczyk, like he's been here forever, and he's never been a big producer. He's not someone you can hand the ball to with confidence, and he's not someone that you would throw the ball to. I mean, he's 6th or 7th on the list of people you would want to throw the ball to. So it's like, what exactly is his role? He's a blocker, but not necessarily like one of the better blockers. He can do a little bit of everything, but nothing dominantly. Whereas if you had another wide receiver starting, he'd at least be a real threat as a receiver. Or if you had another tight end starting, he would be a real threat as a receiver, in addition to being a blocking specialist as well. And that's just not Juszczyk. It seems like as talented as the Niners are, they always have one or two guys on the field that are doing nothing.
Iggy, I agree with you. When the Niners play offense, they play with 10 men.
So, yes, absolutely. One guy's totally window dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And once you figure it out, it makes it kind of easy. You're playing 11 on 10.
Yeah. So again, Juszczyk, maybe he was, I'm sure he was serviceable at one point, but not now. His sell-by date is over. A good coach like Bill Walsh, he would excise him from the team, and Deebo, and he would do it with a smile. Thanks guys. Thanks for your contribution. We're moving on now.
Yeah, we're going in a new direction.
Yeah, because my allegiance is not to you, it's to the team.
Yeah, Juszczyk represented what the offense was 5 years ago. Deebo represented what the offense was 3 years ago, but it's not working anymore. You guys are old and overpaid. We're going in a brand new direction that the league isn't going to see coming. Sorry, go have the twilight years of your career somewhere else. I'm sure McDaniel would love to have you, or D'Amico.
Yeah, they would love to have those guys.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. So again, you asked me what I'd be looking for. You used the word test. Iggy, it's January 14th, a day after your 37th birthday. And Iggy, they've already flunked the test in the Lowell Cohn Blue Book manual.
I mean, really, the only thing they've done is fire their special teams coordinator. They didn't even really. I mean, they haven't fired technically Nick Sorensen. They're trying to reassign him.
Right. And Iggy, get this. We weren't supposed to talk about this, but it just amuses me so much. They said they want to put the one guy as the offensive coordinator, Kubiak.
Kubiak.
There's so many Kubiaks around.
Yeah.
One of the Kubiaks. And then it turns out you're not allowed to just do that. You actually have to do a search. So here's what I want to say. Kyle, I don't know what he knows, but his levels of ignorance, aside from his play sheet, are world record setting. He didn't apparently know the overtime rules in the Super Bowl, and now he doesn't know the rules on how you hire and talk about hiring an offensive coordinator. Like, what does he live under a rock? Shouldn't the coach know this stuff, or shouldn't someone be telling him about this stuff? I have not seen a team this mismanaged from my point of view since Tom Sula.